Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 2021 School of Humanities, Education, and the Arts Awards ceremony. This is my favorite time of the year. The academic calendar has its own sort of repetitive cycles, but this is such a great time of year when we get to celebrate all the achievements of our fantastic students. I have the honor of introducing our welcoming speaker. Would you please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Paul Stum, President of Cumberland University.
Thank you all. Thanks, Dr. Cummings. This is also one of my favorite times of year, and it's a busy, but it's a great time of year. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you for the awards that you'll be winning tonight. If he were alive still today, the great British Lieutenant General Oliver Cromwell, this very month would be 422 years old. But he's not still alive today. But when he was in his early 20s, he uttered a phrase that I think is still apropos today. And what he said was, those who stop getting better stop being good. And I think that's perfectly appropriate for what you all are all about tonight, because you're undoubtedly good. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be receiving the awards that you're going to be receiving tonight if you weren't really good. But you can't rest on your laurels. I would argue, and you can ask these faculty, they're spread out across the room, a lot of them are right over here, but you can ask these faculty members, they are still learning every day. I learn new things every single day. And you can't think just because you've reached this pinnacle, you're about to graduate, you're winning an award, that you know everything there is to know. You got to keep getting better, just like they are. I've been able to watch these amazingly talented faculty, and even they are getting better. They really are. And I'm pleased to congratulate each one of you all tonight. I look forward to seeing you receive these awards. But don't rest on your laurels. Don't let this be the end of a journey. Let it be the beginning of continuing to get better, as Oliver Cromwell admonished us now 400 years ago. Thank you.
So before I give you, let's do some housekeeping. Don't forget to silence your cell phones. We appreciate everybody wearing masks in here. It is crowded, and I know everybody's mask fatigued, and the rest of us are zombies, and soon this will be over, and we can look forward to next year having a really great award ceremony. But we appreciate you wearing your masks in here today. Second, there are restrooms out and to the right and also out these doors if you need them. When your name is called as an award recipient, you'll come up to the podium, you'll be handed your plaque, and then you'll come over here to have a picture taken with the presenter and with me, and then come down this side and walk around back to your seat. Before we dig into each of these awards, we know that for all of you it's been quite a journey, and for all of you, most every one of you didn't make that journey alone. You have a support system, and we are so grateful that you were able to bring your support system with you here today. So if you are a parent, a guardian, a grandparent, a sister, a brother, somehow otherwise a spouse, a supporter of one of these award recipients, will you please stand and be recognized for the work that you've done to help get them here as well? Thank you all for what you have done to help get our students to this point. So the first award tonight is going to be presented. This first set of awards is the Education Awards, and the first presenter is the Future Educators Award, Dr. Cindy Stone Allen.
Hello. Our Future Educators Awards are presented to the most promising young woman or young man entering the teaching profession. It's based upon scholarship, participation, and outstanding performance in education courses. It is with pride and pleasure to recognize our undergraduate recipient, Ms. Marcella Gallion.
graduate award? Yeah, sorry.
And we would like to recognize our graduate recipient, Mr. Jacob Hunt.
So good afternoon. I'm here to present the Mary Argo McKee Commitment to Improvement in Education Award. This award is presented annually by the education faculty to the education major who has significantly improved in his or her professional education studies. Ms. McKee was a longtime educator in Nashville-Davidson County, Tennessee. The undergraduate recipient is Ms. Ashley Cole. Walking over there. Oh, I guess you all want to know who I am, right? Sorry. My name is Rashonda Odom, and I am a professor in the education department. The graduate award goes to Mr. Aaron White.
Good evening, everyone. My name is George Walker in physical education, athletic coaching, and I will be giving out the Irvin F. Bass Excellence in Education Award. This award is given annually to an education major that has made significant contributions to the education program. This award is based on character, moral and ethical attitudes toward professional responsibilities, and the promise of future achievement and in the field of education. Mr. Bass was a former student and an employee of Cumberland University, and I can specifically say that I've had this individual in class many times, and as a former principal, I would be very happy to hire this person in my school. Tonight we honor Miss Karis Watson.
Hi, my name's Sandy Smith, and I am here to present the Sam Finch Special Education Award. The Sam Finch Award recognizes excellence and potential for outstanding service to special education students in recognition of all the wonderful teachers that the late son of Drs. Stephen and Kim Finch. Tonight we recognize both an undergraduate and a graduate candidate. The first will be our undergraduate, who is a current student teacher, Miss Carrie Winters. The graduate recipient is Miss Rachel Agnew. Rachel is currently a special education teacher at Rutland Elementary, working in the Education Resource Center classroom.
Good evening. My name is Barbara Parker, Director of the Instructional Leadership Program. The Future Leader Award is presented to a promising instructional leadership candidate who is planning a profession in the field of school administration or school leadership. It is based upon scholarship, participation, and observed abilities of the candidate during the courses of the Master of Education program. Tonight's recipient has already assumed a school leadership role as a district math coordinator, and would Mrs. Amy Hill come forward, please?
Hello, everyone. I'm maskless in public. I'm Janet Parker, and I am here today to present the Outstanding Secondary Educator Award. This award is presented to the most promising student planning a profession in secondary education. It's based upon scholarship, participation, and observed abilities in the courses of education. We have an undergraduate award to present, but this person is actually now a graduate and teaching. We present this to Cade Arnold. We have two graduate candidates who couldn't be here tonight who were also awarded this. Dalton Smith, who was a secondary math student, graduate student, and Cameron Jennings, business education. They're actually both coaching tonight, so they couldn't be here tonight to accept their award, but we applaud them anyway. Thank you.
The next set of awards are for fine arts, presented by Dr. Peg Freddy.
I'm just a little bit overwhelmed here. I haven't seen this many people together in over a year. And I haven't seen this many of my colleagues for probably more than that. So I'm so glad to see all y'all. It's really good. I'm going to be presenting two awards. The first one is the Fine Art Award, and that is for scholarship as well as just being a phenomenally awesome artist. And that award goes to Jonathan Huffman. He's not here tonight because he got a job before he graduated and went to Florida, and he's working on his praxis to get certified to be a teacher, but he's already a teacher, so he is just a really awesome student, so we're really proud of Jonathan. The second award I'm giving is the Al Ashworth Excellence in Photography. Mr. Ashworth attended Castle Heights Academy. He was very well known in Lebanon, not only for his athletic accomplishments as a youth, but his photography and for his wisdom. He was the owner of Custom Color Photo. Mr. Ashworth also taught photo classes. His passions were helping the students of Tennessee School for the Blind and being part of the Lebanon Breakfast Rotary Club, of which he served as president. He lived a life full of creativity, stories, and love for his family and community. He lived by the mottos, "You were born to be an original, don't die a copy, and never be afraid to explore beyond the borders of your imagination." He often said, "Shoot for the stars and land on the moon," for encouragement for those who might be willing to settle for less than what they could be. And tonight we have his widow with us, Marion Claudine. Would you please stand up? And his sister also. So we thank you for being here and for giving this award. And the award tonight goes to a photography student that I just met this past semester, and he just totally bowled me over with his photos right from the beginning. But he has grown in his photography and his accomplishments. He's also a volleyball player, and this was a total surprise for him. So Caleb Jennings is the winner of this award, and I'm very happy to introduce you to him.
The next set of awards are presented by the music faculty for excellence in music, Dr. Killian Wainwray and Lee Austin.
Good evening. I'm Brian Killian, Program Director for Music. We have three awards tonight in the vocal area. The first one is given to a young lady who has proven herself as a freshman. It's unusual to have a freshman getting a Vocalist of the Year award. But Takaya Ledo, could you come up, please? Takaya may or may not be a little bit rowdy in class, but we do find these things happen every now and again. Takaya is the person when I get up in the morning, I have to think about which classes I'm going to attend. She and her cohorts make me want to come to class. They're a lot of fun, and I do appreciate her hard work. It's very unusual to get this award, so congratulations. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
The next award goes to Alexandra Alva. Alexandra, are you here? Yes. Alexandra is a nursing student. She's been with us for 4 years, and sadly, she's graduating. She's quiet, but she's quite mischievous. And it's those things that make her endearing to us all. So Alexandra, thank you for the 4 years you've committed to us. She's an exceptionally wonderful vocalist. She's taken private voice for 4 years and been in choir for 4 years, so we're extremely proud of you. Thank you and good luck. The next person is Hannah Crouch. So Hannah, could you come on up? Hannah has had a rough childhood. She has 5 brothers and 4 sisters. I've had the privilege of teaching 3 of her sisters, so that makes 4 of you. It's been a lot of fun to have Hannah around. She also is a freshman. She is an art major, not a music major, but she has brought so much to the choir in terms of work ethic, in terms of consistency, and this innocent face, if you look at her behind that mask, there's actually a wonderful sense of humor, which I appreciate of all people. So Hannah, congratulations and thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lee Austin. I am the instructor of music and the director of the concert and jazz ensembles. I'll be presenting some of our instrumental awards. First off is Instrumentalist of the Year. This year it goes to someone who has excelled in not only their own private lessons and ensembles and coursework, basically everything that they do, well-rounded, which makes sense because it goes to a percussionist, and as a percussionist you have to be everywhere all the time. So this year, Instrumentalist of the Year goes to Miss Caitlin Averill. Like I said, everywhere all the time. Who knows where she is? Our second award is the Concert Band Award. This year it goes to someone who has made great strides and improved her own playing and improved the ensemble by being there covering a lot of tuba parts when unfortunately we don't actually have a tuba player this year, so she has been covering some strange parts. So this year, Concert Band Award goes to Miss Alexis Sullivan. And the last one I'll be presenting is the Jazz Ensemble Award. This one goes to someone who is always positive and brings just a bright center to class. They have learned how to improvise this semester while not only playing an instrument that is not their primary instrument. So for just being a beacon of positivity to the jazz ensemble, Joseph Grah.
Evening, everyone. My name is Wayne Ray. I am the marching band director here at Cumberland. And I have the honor and privilege of presenting a relatively new award that I began. This is about the feedback. About 2 years ago. It's called the Phoenix Marching Band Dedication Award. For those of you that have been on campus, and this year is particularly strange, but when the marching band performs and when we rehearse, we're out in the elements 3 times a week. And in the fall, it can be upwards of 100 plus out there. And this individual has every rehearsal comes in with a positive attitude and is and is uplifting and is the model marching band student, which is interesting because when I approached this student 4 years ago, I think. 4 years ago? When I approached this student 4 years ago, she did not read music, had never performed in a marching band before. And I was very persistent. And so basically to shut me up, she joined the marching band. And thank God for that, because she's what I would refer to as the backbone of our baseline. Kim Gonzalez, would you come up here? And what's super interesting about this tonight actually is that there was a name snafu with the awards. So the wrong name is on the award, but if I thought anyone would go, that's okay, it would be Kim. So thank you very much, Kim.
Unfortunately, the person who was going to be here tonight to present our theater awards found that the key fob that is necessary to start his vehicle was not working, and so he was stuck at home and could not get here, which is really unfortunate because I don't know enough about these award recipients to do them justice, and so I apologize that, and Chris Bird, who was going to present the awards, also feels terrible and apologized for not being able to be here. So the first award is the Excellence in Theater Performance Award, and that award goes to Ksenia Dimitrovic. Congratulations.
Thank you
Sorry
so
you couldn't
much.
be here. Bummed out.
That's fine.
The second award is the Excellence in Theater Production, and that award this year goes to Brooke Bishop. The next set of awards are for the humanities, presented by Dr. Rachel Bible and Dr. Kent Hallman.
Good evening. I am Rachel Bible. I am an assistant professor of anthropology and geography here at Cumberland. And I'll be presenting two awards, the Anthropology Award and the C. Monty Pope Geography Award. So first, the Anthropology Award. This award is given in years of merit by the anthropology faculty to a student who has demonstrated academic excellence, interests, and a sense of purpose in anthropological studies. And I think that very definitely describes this student very well. This student has pursued and achieved excellence in all of his studies, has displayed not only a great passion for anthropology, but also dedication, open-mindedness, and I think most importantly, curiosity. Traits that are essential for the creation of great anthropologists. And on a personal note, I'm going to very much miss having his presence in my class, his insightful comments, and his very excellent work.
So congratulations to Mr. Caleb Conley. And secondly, the C. Monty Pope Geography Award. This award is given to the student who best illustrates an understanding of the essential elements of geography and the application of those elements to the past, present, and future. Oh, do I need to speak up a little bit? There we go. I'll turn this way. That's a little bit better. As I said, this award is given to a student who best illustrates the understanding of the essential elements of geography and the application of those elements to the past, present, and future. Professor Pope was a dearly beloved and important member of the Cumberland University family for a very long time, and was incredibly passionate about helping students understand their place in the world. And so this student who receives this award, her excellence I don't think can really be understated. She is dedicated and incredibly insightful. She sees to the heart of the issue or the question that is posed in class and really can easily clarify what others might find difficult to see or put into words. So I'm very happy to present the C. Monty Pope Geography Award to Davia Sullivan. Congratulations, Davia.
Good evening, friends and scholars. I'm so excited to be back together to some form of normalcy. Speaking of masks, do you know that we've been wearing masks for a long time? I'm not just talking about the last year, the obvious mask. I'm talking about all these invisible masks, the social masks that we wear all the time, the mask that you wear when you get up in the morning and you go to school or work, and you present yourself in a certain way and you speak in a certain way to conform to those social expectations. And then you meet up with friends and you act in a slightly different way. You're still you, but you show your best informal self, right? So you have the friendship mask on, but then there's family. You meet up with family, and you want to conform to your family values and their traditions and standards, right? And then there are the masks of gender and sexuality, the masks of our ethnicity and culture, faith, all those other things that are important. But at the end of the day, when you go home, switch the lights off, the final mask comes off. When all the masks are off, who are we really? Are we good people underneath the layers of professional, family member, friend? Are you and I, let's be real for a moment, are we the type of people that would show up and be there for someone in need? I mean, when nobody's watching, when we're not hiding behind those masks anymore, it's just you and nobody else knows what you're doing. Are we good and decent people? There's a good way to test the status of our character. And how to do that is to consider ourselves and our behavior when things get really dark. Have you seen a dark year before? Is it fair to say that the last year has been pretty dark in our society, in this country, and in the world? With all the pain, COVID-19, racial trauma, social division, political arguments, so many families and friends torn apart by just not being able to see eye to eye because they're disagreeing on something. But you know what? When it gets dark, that's when you can see the stars. The stars are always there, even in the daytime. But it takes darkness to see the stars. And this last year, we saw some stars. It got dark, and that's when the stars stepped forth. If you are a recipient today, and I'm speaking to all the recipients, you are here because someone saw you shine this last year. So kudos to you, and congratulations, and thank you for the light you share. This year's recipient of the Award for Sociology and Social Awareness, the Phoenix Award for Sociology and Social Awareness, is one such star. I had difficulty selecting just one candidate for this award, but I had to choose, so I chose one who has showed up for others around her in numerous ways over the last year. She has shared the light of kindness with others. She has shared the light of speaking truth to power, even if it comes with a price. She has not only delivered excellent work in sociology classes and in other classes as well, but she also showed up and she participated in the work for social awareness. Both here on campus and beyond, that is the work of sociology. So this year, the Phoenix Award for Sociology and Social Awareness goes to a remarkable student. She has demonstrated love of sociology, appreciation for the social sciences, and a sincere commitment to the values of integrity, honesty, and hard work, especially as it relates to her primary field, criminal justice. Both as a student leader of the Black Student Union, and as a fellow member of our incredible Cumberland University family. She has been an agent of hope, help, and healing to others. Come rain or come shine, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a real star and a true phoenix. Please join me in honoring the incredible Alana Mack.
The next set of awards are the History Awards presented by Dr. Mark Cheatham, Dr. Natalie Inman, Dr. Sean Bortz, Dr. Tara Melnick, and Mayor Rick Bell.
Well, as others have said, it's great to be here. We have an offering box in the back. If you feel led to give, I will now preach for 2 hours until the box is full. No. I'm Mark Cheatham. I'm professor of history and director of the Papers of Martin Van Buren here at Cumberland. It is good to be here. It's good to celebrate students. That's one of the things that I've missed the most in the past year. There's been a lot of loss and heartache, but I've really missed being able to interact with students in the way that we're used to. So it's good to be able to honor some of them tonight. I'm going to give the William Bowen Campbell Award in American History. William Bowen Campbell was a Tennessee governor, congressman. He was a U.S. general. He's buried, let's see, that direction, about a couple of blocks in the cemetery. This award is going to go to Kaylee Wheeler. So Kaylee, if you'd come up here. We'll wait. Again, 2-hour sermon. We've got plenty of time. So I have the pleasure of torturing our history majors in the Intro to Historical Methods class, which is a sophomore level class where they learn how to read and write and think like a historian, no matter whether they want to or not. Kaylee had that pleasure, and she's given me a hard time ever since. So I'm getting payback for that, I think. Yeah, that's what you're here for, yeah. Kaylee's an excellent student. She's always prepared. I never have to worry about her showing up because she does every class. She has questions, she has comments. She's just an excellent student. I don't know what else to say about her other than that, and that I've enjoyed having her. I wish I could have had her for longer, and I wish that she could stay longer. I mean, we could make that happen, I guess, if we wanted to.
Create a master's program.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of failing you, but a master's program would be another option. Oops, went in a different direction there. So along with a plaque, the recipient of this award, which is for the highest GPA in American history, by the way, gets a book award. So the faculty selects an award. So Dr. Melnick, who's our program chair, chose Liz Jemison's book, Christian Citizens, Reading the Bible in Black and White in the Post-Emancipation South. And so along with the plaque, this book goes to Kaylee Wheeler.
Good evening. My name is Sean Bortz. I'm the Assistant Program Director of the History Program here at Cumberland University. It's a pleasure to be here. It's good to see everybody. I love the room, being with people. Tonight I'm going to be giving the Cabot World History Award. The Cabot World History Award, honoring Mr. and Mrs. Clark Bradford Cabot, is given annually to the student with the highest academic average in world history, non-U.S. history. Mrs. Cabot was a member of the class of 1968 at Cumberland University. This year's award goes to a student who has demonstrated excellence time and time again in the classroom in non-U.S. history courses ranging from medieval and early modern Europe to most recently a world history course on modern genocide. In these courses, she has consistently offered exceptional intellectual analysis and keen insights, has understood the past in all of its complexity, and has demonstrated superb writing skills. Her participation in the classroom has benefited both her peers and her professors. Furthermore, she has embodied the virtues of a true scholar: diligence, historical imagination, curiosity, and character. Please join me in honoring this year's recipient, Kayla Ann Etherly.
Yeah, Kayla's not leaving us quite yet, so we're going to hang on to her for another semester or so. Kayla and Kaylee are both my work study students. I'm very proud of both of them. I'm Dr. Tara Melnick. I am the Program Director of History here at Cumberland. This is my first year as Program Director, and let me tell you, there's nothing like becoming a new Program Director in a pandemic and with a search for a new history faculty member because somebody left us. I did not write any written remarks, so bear with me a little bit. I'm feeling really, really emotional tonight for a couple of reasons. I came to Cumberland in the fall of 2017 when many of these students were freshmen here as well. This is my first four-year class, and so I feel very close to our seniors, particularly our history seniors. We kind of grew up together over the last 4 years, but it's been such a pleasure and such an honor to watch not just our history students, but all of our students over the last 4 years, and parents and grandparents and family thank you for sharing your students with us. It has truly been a joy and an honor to have them with us. Tonight's award that I am presenting is the Mitchell Melnick Public History Award, and this award, as you might have gathered, is named for a family member of mine, my son, Mitchell, who should have started college in the fall of 2017. He was born in 1999. So he should have been the same age as many of the students that we're honoring here. Mitchell passed away suddenly in 2015 after a sudden illness. Most of the people that know him would say he was an athlete, but he was also a very avid lover of history. He volunteered with the Nashville City Cemetery Association. He competed in this Tennessee History Day competition every year that he was eligible. He went to the national competition in the sixth grade, I believe it was. So his love of history and historic places kind of inspired his dad and me to provide for this award. It was given for the first time last year. With COVID, I was not able to be around to present it. We had a much smaller ceremony. But I find it very fitting for me to give the first award that I'm actually handing off to a student who I feel very, very close to. She is a bright light in every class she is in. I had her as a freshman nursing major, and she is graduating as a history major. She has overcome a lot of adversity, particularly over this past year. She is a very, very hard worker, very dedicated student, and just a joy to be around at all moments. I know her future is bright and that she is going to be a public historian that we will all be very proud of. The 2021 Mitchell Melnick Public History Award goes to Gracie Jo Ravel. It also comes with a book award. This is Karen Cox's most recent book, No Common Ground: Confederate Monuments and the Ongoing Fight for Racial Justice.
Good evening. I'm Natalie Inman, Associate Professor of History. I have the honor and opportunity to give the History Associates of Wilson County Award. This award is presented annually by the History Associates of Wilson County to the student who has shown the greatest insight and interest in history. This particular student has already been up here tonight and has been at our award ceremony for multiple years because of this interest in history. From the very first advising to senior year, this student has brought excellence every time. The enthusiasm and love of learning has just been a blessing in our classes, and consistently the work that he has done is among the best in class every time. He's a born storyteller, and one of my favorite moments is to watch him kick back in his chair and say, "Well, let me tell you a little about that." Or even better yet, "You know, I have a story about that." I get to give this award to Kate Arnold.
I'm Rick Bell. For the past 5 months, I've been the mayor of Lebanon. But for 19 years before that, I was a history professor here at Cumberland. And it's great to be back here tonight with the people I still consider my colleagues. So thank you, Dr. Cummings, for asking me to be here. And it's an honor to present tonight the James P. Dressler History Award. Jim Dressler taught history here for over 30 years. And he was a teacher to generations of students. He was a mentor to many. He worked in our administration. I was telling somebody earlier, the first ever college class I walked into was his class. So he's influenced me, and I know he's influenced a lot of other people. Earlier tonight was presented the Monty Pope Geography Award, and one of my greatest pleasures working here at Cumberland was listening to Jim Dressler and Monty Pope argue with each other. They could really get under each other's skin in a fun way, and I really miss that. But the James Dressler Award goes to a student who has shown a great knowledge of history, but also a great skill in history as far as the craft goes. His writing is exquisite, his research, reading, someone who excels in every aspect of the classes that he's been in. He is someone who has a bright future. In fact, it's been said that he could be in graduate school right now. So for those of you who've just walked across the stage and received your awards for your excellence in history, just know that someone's nipping at your heels, and that's Caleb Massey. And since Caleb's not here tonight, I will accept this award on his behalf.
The next set of awards are Criminal Justice Awards presented by Professor Suzanne Lafferty.
In professional development and criminal justice this semester, this student shared that he wants to be a police officer when he completes his studies at Cumberland University. He shared his personal experiences with the class and his motivation for going into law enforcement. He is highly dedicated to being able to serve his community. He's compassionate, loyal, and thoughtful. His high level of emotional intelligence is also balanced with academic success. This student currently has a 3.9 GPA. I'm really excited to see what he accomplishes while he's at Cumberland. The Albert Patterson Award for the Outstanding Freshman Student goes to Christian Jenkins. This student is really a presence within criminal justice. Chloe Randall is the president of the Criminal Justice Club, an events committee member for the Criminal Justice Club, social media manager for criminal justice, and a criminal justice tutor. Yesterday, Chloe received an internship with the Child Advocacy Center as well. She's an excellent student and she's highly creative. Last semester, she excelled in graphic design, and this semester for Media and Crime did an analysis of perceptions of police depicted in the Disney film Zootopia. I've gotten to know Chloe really well, and she's just a great person. She's quick to laughter, kind, and highly motivated. We've had many conversations about her future plans, and it's really one of the things that I love about Cumberland is getting to know the students on a personal basis. I'm really excited about what the future holds for her. She's going to be starting her master's in business administration in the fall at Cumberland, so I'm really excited she's not leaving either. And I know no matter what she does, she'll always be successful. The John W. Burgess Political Science Award is based on scholarship, leadership, and the abilities of the student as demonstrated through her studies, and is presented to Chloe Randall. The Charlene Cozy Award is given to an outstanding non-senior criminal justice major based on the student's character and academic excellence. I have had the pleasure of watching the student's confidence grow and his leadership excel as he completes his junior year. He is majoring in criminal justice with a minor in healthcare administration. I affectionately refer to him as our white-collar guy. He maintains a strong GPA, is a member of the Cumberland University football team, a president's ambassador, treasurer for the Student Government Association, and president of Best Buddies International. He is kind, compassionate, and does everything with a smile. Will is also a first-generation college student. And so the Charlene Cozy Criminal Justice Award goes to Will Romero. I don't think the recipient of this award is here tonight. Criminal justice has a program in which a student is able to complete the last 12 criminal justice hours at the Metro Nashville Police Academy and then continue on to being an officer with Metro PD. When the student was getting ready for the academy, he worked really hard to prepare himself, both physically and mentally. And I observed not only excitement, but an increase in confidence. Dylan Chambers is currently in week 9 of the Police Academy, and as part of the program, he has to turn in weekly reflections. He has learned what getting smoked means. He learned that he learned more about the law in his classes at Cumberland University than he realized, and what it's like to hear that a fellow officer has been shot. Last spring, in a special topics gender and crime course, Dylan wrote a thoughtful reflection essay on the importance of the class and learning to understand the perspective of women as victims, especially those of domestic violence. Dylan is compassionate, has a strong sense of empathy, possesses a high level of integrity, and has not only the characteristics that will be an asset to Metro Police Department, but the community as well. Dylan Chambers is therefore the recipient of the Thomas H. Shriver Award for the graduating senior who best exemplifies the qualities of character, scholarship, effort, and attitude that are essential to a career in criminal justice.
The next set of awards are in psychology, presented by Dr. Jenny Mason.
Hey guys, Dr. Mason. I'm the program director for psychology right now. Psychology has to be a perfect balance of social and sciences in order to really be effective. So we have 2 awards, one that sort of focuses on the social piece and one that focuses on the scientific piece. Both, again, hold equal weight and matter so much, not just for the program, for advancement of the program, but for advancement of the field. It was pretty easy this year to figure out who should get both of these awards, although I have really an incredible senior class, and I'm just sort of thankful for that, pushing through all the COVID difficulties and restraints. It was still easy to figure out who needed to be for each of these. So I'm going to start with the William James Psychological Sciences Award. William James was an American philosopher and psychologist who's often referred to as the father of American psychology. Ultimately, he was a great thinker. He was always ready to not only pose difficult questions, but to seek empirical information in order to find answers to the questions. He's best known for his theory of radical empiricism. It states that knowledge and viewpoints are flawed if research stops at the physiological level, not taking into account the deep importance of someone's meaning, values, or intentionality. The person I'm choosing for this award really gets that. The student is like that as well. He seeks knowledge and loves learning, but he goes further in the way he questions things and how he tries to understand the information that shapes our world. He understands the personal needs of people, the desires, the cultural and societal beliefs, systems, intentions. He understands so much. He gets what social sciences research is really all about, and he just isn't afraid to question anything. And I love that about him, and I think William James would have too. So the William James Psychological Sciences Award goes to Colby Sanders. Okay, so the next one is Carl Rogers Humanitarian Award in Psychology. Carl Rogers was an American psychologist who founded the person-centered approach to psychotherapy. It focuses on trying to individually connect to every person that you encounter, mending healthy and loving relationships, and modeling that through the process. The goal was to spread care and concern through those relationships. In fact, he actually coined the term unconditional positive regard, where you have this lofty goal of every single person you meet, no matter who they are or what they've done, you have to find a way to just love them, to regard them with great compassion and understanding. So this recipient reminds me of this guy in every way, which is why I believe she needs to receive this humanitarian award. Just like Carl Rogers, she seeks to uplift people. She treats people with kindness and compassion. She herself leads people to lead more passionate lives themselves as well. It doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, or where they're headed. It's exactly who we want as leaders in any helper field. And so she is truly person-centered in the best of ways. So the Carl Rogers Humanitarian Award in Psychology goes to Ali Garcia Ramos.
Our final set of awards tonight are the English Awards, presented by the entire English department, I believe. Professor Sandy Gertz, Professor Jacqueline Jennings, Dr. Sarah Hayes, Dr. Stuart Harris, Dr. Michael Rex, Professor Summer Vertrees, Dr. Anna Miles Davis, and Professor Wyatt Keener. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Sandy Gertz, creative writing in English, assistant professor, and this one is going to really hurt because she's graduating. The recipient of the Cale Young Rice Award for Poetry is a young lady I've had the privilege and honor to teach in 5 classes in her creative writing studies and English career, as well as 3 seasons of the Novus Literary Arts Journal. First as a class member, then as a devoted volunteer, and this year as a work-study intern. And I can honestly say that I cannot imagine having another student like her again. Not only has she pursued the highest of goals and standards for her own poetry writing, which displays a commitment to growth and craft, she has become what I call a great poetry citizen. This means that she cares about the writing and the work of others just as much as her own, and has demonstrated this through her care as a poetry editor and as a truly vital right-hand assistant, even to the point of volunteering to create a how-to manual for other students on how to operate the Novus website. All the while creating a senior project, a body of work in her specialty, poetry, that is publishable and of the highest quality. I am very pleased and honored to name Miss Jamie Fleming the winner of the Cale Young Rice Award for Poetry.
My name is Michael Rex, and I am a associate professor of English and creative writing. And this particular award is for script writing. This is not her strong suit, and she actually came into class and told me that she didn't know how to write dialogue. But she has created the most incredible set of creepy men you will ever meet. And when you see her film, her short film in the fall at our film festival, you will never look at car washes the same way ever again. So the 2021 June Heidel Award for Drama, it goes to Nicole Carey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sarah Hayes. I'm one of the English faculty here. And I am presenting the Alice Hegan Rice Award for Fiction. And Alice Hegan Rice, according to the Google search I just did, was an early 20th century American novelist. So I guess that's why the fiction award isn't named after her. I figured. Who, what? Oh, and her brother was president of this university. That wasn't on Wikipedia. I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I need to add it. So I am presenting this award to a student who I've had, I think I was counting up 6 times in class, and she is receiving this award both for her excellent work in Miss Moore's advanced fiction class in the last fall, but also for this spring because I have had the honor of directing her senior project. She has written a full novella that is good, and I don't mean just like good asterisk for a student, like literally good, like actually good. And so I'm so proud of her. I couldn't be more proud. And so I'm presenting this award to Miss Delaney Brandon.
Hello, I'm Carrie Ann Moore, and I am the Program Director of Creative and Imaginative Writing, and I have to stand on my tiptoes to see over these flowers, but it's okay. I'm here to present the Richard and Virginia Lawler Award for Creative Nonfiction. And this year, the award, I always love this award because that's my favorite genre, but I particularly like it because I didn't decide to become a writer until I was 30 years old. And it was even later than that I decided to become a creative writer. And that was because a professor told me that there weren't a lot of perks to being a creative writer, but one of the better ones is that there's no age limit. There's no time where, oh, you missed your opportunity, right? So I didn't leave for my MFA in creative writing in Minnesota till I was 36 years old. And the winner of this year's award, when she graduated from high school, had dreams of going to Vanderbilt University, and even won a scholarship to go there. But as we know, the scholarship was just for tuition, and as we know, there's a lot more to college than just tuition. So she couldn't afford to go there, like a lot of other students in Tennessee before Tennessee Promise, right? Yay! So she had to make a choice, and she decided to go to a community college, which led to a job at a very famous guitar maker in downtown Nashville, where she was a comptroller, where she met her husband, and they just celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary, and they have 2 grown children, and here she is, all these years later, winning the award for creative nonfiction for her piece, and you know I love it because it's called A Punch in the Face, Miss Patricia Schallenberger.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Jennings, and I get the honor, or have had the honor the past 3 years of presenting the Freshman Award for English. I am a previous recipient of this award, and I'm going to embarrass 2 of my colleagues, but Dr. Mark Cheatham and Mayor Rick Bell are also previous recipients of this award. So the Freshman Award in English is presented to the student whose work in freshman English is deemed to be the most outstanding. This year's Freshman Award in English goes to Alana Medlin. And I will take this award on her behalf.
Good evening. My name is Wyatt Keener, and I obviously teach English here as well. I'm here to present the Research Award in English. This award is presented to the student who submits the most outstanding research project in English. This year, our winner is a now 2-time winner, and she won for her essay on misogyny and Agamemnon. Sorry, it's a mouthful there. Our winner is Camille Atkins.
I'm Dr. Stuart Harris, and I teach English here at Cumberland University.
And I'm Summer Vertrees, and I do the same.
Every year we give an award to the student who exemplifies excellence in English over the course of the entire program. This year we are graduating just a really outstanding crop of people, and yet there really was no debate about who we were going to give this award to. This is someone that I have learned to lean on for her expertise and wisdom over the last few years.
And just to echo, he's correct. We didn't even have a debate. We just absolutely knew this was the student of choice. And I've had the pleasure of teaching this student several classes, but most recently she wrote an incredible paper that spoke to comparing and contrasting female protagonists who killed their significant others, and it was wonderful. I tried to look for a way to count off some points, but it just wasn't there. It was solid work. So this award goes to Jamie Fleming.
So the School of Humanities Education and the Arts obviously covers quite a range and spectrum of disciplines. And I think it's really interesting to be at these awards to hear about the incredible range of work that our students do. And I love the fact that we see folks who are both traditional students and non-traditional students up here. This is a really great university, and it's on nights like this that I really am most proud to be a part of this faculty and a part of this institution. I thank all the faculty for the work that they do day in and day out. I see folks walk home with stacks of papers like this, and I know that in only 3 days they'll all be graded with comments. I know that they work hard to design a curriculum that is both accessible and rigorous to the folks who are going to be in our programs. I'm so excited by the range of things that we as a faculty do, from criminal justice to theater to music to education. And it's a great night to come together and celebrate it. And I'm grateful to all of you, faculty and staff at Cumberland, for the work that you do. I'm also grateful again to the parents and all the support team, all the folks the siblings and grandparents who are here today to celebrate with your loved ones. And just one more time, I'd like all of the recipients of awards tonight to please stand and be applauded for your excellent, excellent work. It sounds like there might be a break in the rain, so it might be a good time to make a run for it. Thank you all very much for coming, and have a great night.